Hello and welcome back to Vintage Farming. Right, as you can see, we are about to make our way out of the farmyard here, opening up our gate on this beautiful, yet a little overcast September morning. We have a few things to update. The first thing I'd like to do is clear the hayfield of bales. So that's the first thing we're going to do. So we'll take the Massey down there. We'll get prepared to load our bales onto a trailer. We'll grab the Belarus and the bale trailer and we'll make our way down there as well. As you might be able to tell from our millet crop here, it's not ready yet. It's actually still growing, so that's a bit unfortunate because my plans were actually to make a bit of a change to the fields between those three fields and actually combine them all together. So my thought was, I'll just show you very quickly, so yes, 15 is still growing, but it should be ready in October. So I want to take 14, 15, 16 and combine them as one field. They are just small enough to... It's not terrible to have them individual, but I think combining them into one crop would be a great idea because eventually we'll own 18, 19, 20 and 21. And speaking of 21, we are going to make some moves on that immediately because, now unfortunately it's not fully fertilized, but it is ready to harvest, and if I'm not mistaken, it is sorghum. Where is sorghum here? It is. I've realized as well, the ducks are very hungry ducks, and they've eaten a lot of their food. We do have some left in storage. What was it that we were feeding them? We were feeding them barley, so we do have a bit left in there, but unfortunately they're going to go through it very quickly. So this sorghum will be almost exclusively for the ducks. Now, I'm not certain if we can feed them anything else like millet, but my plan is to re-drill this whole area, those three fields, as rye, because I think that would be quite interesting as well. Now, I know it's a new crop to this particular map. Well, I mean, it is a base crop in or on Court Farm, which is absolutely brilliant, and we are doing some there, but I would like to do some more as well on this map, because I believe that rye would be something we can get straw from, and we might be able to look into doing some sort of grain production with it as well, so we shall see. And it would just be really nice to get straw from that as well. So we need to find the Belarus, which is right here, and we'll go and get attached to our bale trailer. Now, for that field with the bales in currently, I am going to clear them all out and we'll do our best to fertilize it, but I think we'll switch up to manure instead of slurry. The manure pit that we have, the little one, is going very quickly. I don't know if there's a limit to them or not, but as it stands, look at that. That is a fairly substantial pile. I didn't think it would go out quite this far. We will be using our stores from the previous series, the previous map. We will be using up that manure before we dig into the currently produced manure. But that should be fine, and we should go through at a reasonable rate. Now, oh right, before I forget, we will purchase Field 21. I don't want it to go to be harvested in the time before we're actually ready. So, very inexpensive at 28,449. So we will purchase that for that price. That gives us a remaining amount of 47,993, which is perfect. And I'm very tempted to purchase another field in that block, but I don't know. I don't really want to do carrots. We don't really need carrots. We don't really have the kit for carrots anyways. The other field in question is corn, which is actually, hang on a minute, that could be very interesting. Let me just have a quick run over here and see its current growing state, because we do want to do some silage. Wicked. I think I know what we might be doing for the rest of this month as well. I think we're going to do some corn silage, some maize silage. Absolutely brilliant, but the problem is we actually have to check the kit to see how much all that would cost us as well. Let's have a very quick look. I will drop this down to 3 times. I don't want to get carried away, but I also want to ensure that we have enough time to do everything that we want to do. So where would that be? So we could harvest it as corn, but I think I would much rather do some... Where is it? Oh, we've got a few bit... Okay, good. Yes, very nice. That's not applicable. Is that a forage? Oh, right. Okay, so we do have this, which, I mean, it looks... It could pass as vintage, absolutely. Although it would have to connect to a trailer, or a tractor, rather, and we'd have to be very careful, because I don't think any of our tractors have row crops. But, look at this. Look at this. I completely forgot about this. This is a fairly new mod that's popped up on ModHub just within the last week or two. And, so this is... What is this? The Orkan Z310. Now this is a self-propelled forage harvester. My only concern is that we won't be able to attach a trailer to it, but if we can, Bob's your uncle, happy days. Let's have a look here at some of the settings. So for £4,000, do we really need... I think we could opt for the base engine and upgrade it later on if we really need, but for that price as well, blimey. Standard, I think that's fine. Steering column covers. Is that inside here? Oh. Oh, yes, I see that now. Sure, yes, no, I think it looks better without. Covers, yeah, I think those covers are fine. The design, yes or no? How do you... Okay, I see. Yeah, probably alright there. Trailer on the back, trailer on the side. Oh, right, so you can't actually move it. We will opt for trailer on the back, just in case. And then we have many reds to choose from. Oh, hello. That looks really sharp, that does, especially with the... Can we go even whiter than that? Because if we can do a nice... Oh, yes, look at that. Although it would be nice to match up with the cab, since you can't change the cab colour. That looks really sharp, that does. And for 15,000, I think that's going to happen. Now let's have a look. What else can this thing do? I just want to ensure, though, that we are doing the right thing. So that... Is that a regular harvester? Right, we'd need this one anyways, I reckon. This one here for the maize, because this one doesn't include maize. This must be a forage harvester for whole crop silage, whereas this would be our other one. So it's very slow, but blimey, it's perfect. That is perfect. We could go for something like this as well. It's still quite... Oh no, we can't. We can't even do it, so that's fine. This is going to be fantastic. Oh, I'm very excited now. Alright, when I did download that mod, I wasn't entirely certain when or how soon I'd be putting it to use. I just know it was vintage and it looked really good, so I think that's perfect. Here, we'll try and get them on like this. I remember last time we loaded this trailer up, it was full of silage bales, and we made some nice profit off of them. So what I'll do is I'll stick this into a cheeky time lapse. We will get the bales loaded up, and then we'll crack on with all of our other jobs we have to do, including harvesting, and now some forage harvesting as well. Alright, and there is it, the last bale I'm going to put on the trailer. Now the reason is because we have one left, and I think that would be absolutely perfect opportunity to feed our precious calves. So, we'll give this to them, we'll come back in here, we'll get this tractor and trailer out of the field, and then we'll crack on. Alright, so for the time being, I'm just going to leave this here. I haven't fully decided what my plan is for the bales. I would like to tuck them away, but I haven't fully decided on where to put them. The reason being is we don't really have a loader that can reach up to the loft. But anyways, I think the next time we'll use this tractor, it will be with this spreader, which does look quite good on there actually, it looks really good. But I think we might do that towards the end of the month, because there's no big rush for it. The grass won't grow during this month, so as long as we do it before the end of September, happy days. I haven't checked though how much 18 actually costs. Oh, it's very inexpensive. So we've got about £20,000 there, plus 15,000 for the forager, plus the header, which is 3. So we're at, call it about, what, 35, 40? No, is that right? Yeah, about 40,000. So that will leave us with a little bit. Oh no, I've just thought. We don't actually have a trailer, do we? Blimey, okay. That changes things up a little bit. We might actually have to purchase a trailer. Now, we did have, I believe, was it this one that we had? And it was alright. Was it this one? Yes, it was this one. It was alright. It's just a bit too... It's too small for how much it holds. It just doesn't look right. This trailer we also had, and I do believe I do still have the mod that locks up the axle. So that's an option again if we were to rebuy it. Problem is I don't... Oh, hello, that's alright. That's fairly inexpensive. That's not too bad. Actually, something like that we could actually... we could actually just buy it straight out, but we could even just lease it for the job. I think that might be what we do. For that price, very, very inexpensive. There are some really nice ones here as well, which might actually be a better shout. But that one's just very cheap. Let's see what this one... For the price... Oh, you know what though? This one might be better for us because it doesn't have the... Yeah, it's a bit easier to reverse. Anyways, we won't worry about that just yet. I think the first thing I'd like to do is start harvesting 21. Now, I struggle to see where we'll be able to... Oh, you know what? There's a field that's ploughed right next to it, so we can probably be a bit cheeky and just stick the harvester in that field to unload the header, so that should be fine. Because normally I don't care to... Oh, wait for that car to pass. I don't care to transport the header with the harvester. It's just, it ends up being always such a faff every single time. So this, I think, is alright though, because we've got nice open space and really, really nice. Another entrance here to our farm. Now, with this cornfield being harvested, we'll be able to drill in another crop. Same with the sorghum though, so that is quite interesting indeed. Right, I know it's a bit cheeky, but we'll just pull in here very quickly and we'll disconnect here from the trailer. I'll just make sure to not get hit by any cars, that would be ideal. Oh, hello. There we go, one more shift around. Probably get I don't know how far sorghum will go with our little class here. It's a futuristic lorry, that is, I would say. Right. Oh, sorry mate, I'll let you pass by. Oh, that's already open. Right, any more cars? Oh yes, there is. Nope, sorry, go on. After this though. Right, there we go. So we'll get fired up straight away, and we should get straw from here as well. Oh no, we don't, do we? No, we won't. No, we won't. But that's fine. I believe I have chopped straw on, which means we should be getting a nice layer of fertilizer placed onto this field, which will be very useful for us, especially since it will cover at least one of two levels of fertilizer. Now, I won't check until we're actually at the end of the field, because then if we check now, we'll miss a bit of the chopped straw, so there'll be a bit of a gap. But at least we are harvesting sorghum. I'm sure the ducks will be very pleased about that. We'll just have a check on their food in a moment. Now, this will be a bit tricky. We'll go this way. Can we manage it? Yes. Nice. Sorry, we'll lift that up. Okay, so that's good. Probably go across the top here as well, just to not have to faff with that tree. Let's have a look. Right, so it shows as harvested. Good stuff. And unfortunately, it seems the chopped straw is not. Maybe I don't have it enabled. That's fine. We have loads of different ways to fertilize a crop, but luckily, field 15 is all ready. Very quickly, just show you the cows were fed some hay, so they're doing very well for that. I won't feed them. I think that's the last bale of hay I'll need to give them. The reason being is, if we get this corn or this maize into the pit this month, I reckon we should be able to feed them some TMR. What's happening here? Am I that close to that tree? I think I am. A bit too close. Oh, bloody Nora. Get out the way, tree. Silly tree. Right, we should be able to feed them TMR by December? Perhaps, no, November even, which would be absolutely brilliant, but it all depends on how soon the maize, or the chaff in that case, gets fermented. So what we'll do is we'll crack on into another time-lapse to finish up the sorghum. We might have to bring out the grain truck for this crop, but we shall see, and then we can purchase our maize crop and get that harvested as well. Right, so as you can see, we have had to empty out the harvester here into our ZIL truck, which is absolutely fine. At least that means we're doing well for our harvest. Just want to get a nice even load out there. Really, really nice that. And this has been a good crop. Again, I mean, it's all right. It's a fairly small field. I mean, all these are fairly small, to be honest. And of course, as you can see, it's only 50% fertilized, and a 75% yield bonus. But nevertheless, we have had a crop in to harvest, which is absolutely brilliant. It's better than purchasing a field without anything in it. So happy days there. Right, I will crack on with this just quickly. We're just about done anyways. Just quickly off camera, and then we will get it unloaded into the truck and unloaded into the silo. Alright, we might as well access our yard from our other gate as well. What's that? Well, maybe we'll have to get a dog then, because our sign says, well, maybe it's just a deterrent. But yes, our sign says we have a dog, but we actually don't. Beep beep, watch out ducks, cheeky ducks. Right, we'll get this unloaded. If I can remember exactly where the trigger is here. So what I'm going to do is I'll get this unloaded, the sorghum, and I'll actually load up some barley, because I reckon it would be a good idea to use up the crops that we have in first to feed the ducks. Now I know they don't need food in, they don't need any, but they are, I mean, it goes fairly quick. It was at 7 something before, so just as well as a quick thing about the sorghum, we had approximately total, you probably saw there, but about 5,700 litres total. Watch out ducks, excuse me, coming in to feed ya. So it was actually a very nice harvest. Again, it's a small field, absolutely fine. I think if I'm going to do anything, I might put rye into that field. The reason being is if I can put... Alright, what am I doing here? Let's park up out of the way for now. The reason being is I think it would make more sense to put it into a field that we can bale easily. Right, if we look at field 22 or 21 rather, it's very up and down. It's a long field. So if we do square up 14, 15, 16, that will result in a square field, and we'd be better off to do something else in there. So we will look at what we can do, but we can't do anything until we harvest our millet. You're right. Very good, very happy, and they are producing eggs. at a reasonable rate. Cheeky duck hiding behind the bike. Right, very pleased with that. The cows as well, the calves, they are doing quite well. They have their straw, they have their hay. Happy days. Right, so now, the next things we have to do is to, well, two things. One, we do have to spread manure on 17, so we'll get that done. We also have 21 that needs fertilizing now, and 18 will also require fertilizing. So what I think we'll do is we'll get the manure spreader set up and we'll head into field 17 and get that started. I would like to just break up the harvesting if possible. Now, just to remind, I have, sorry, just check my notes, 36,015 litres of manure in our other storage. So what I'll do with that is I will take 36. Actually, no, what I'll do is I will fill this full, as I did with the slurry as well. So, luckily, it is 4,500, so that's an alright number. So we'll do 4,500, and we'll see how far we get with that. Luckily, we only have to do single application, so that is good in that respect. Let's get spun around here. We'll head over to that field, because yes, I believe once you cut one time, it does automatically produce a single layer of fertilization, which is brilliant. It saves us having to double application with the manure. So I will just confirm that that is the case here. Let's have a quick look. Yes, so as you can see, we have our first application already there, and now we'll see how far we get with 4,500 litres of manure. So we'll start here. We'll just, right, it's not a massive spread. It's actually about the same width as the actual machine itself, but it doesn't go nearly as quickly as slurry would. So we'll just go like that and have a look. Nice. So yeah, this might take a moment, but at least we've got loads of manure in tow. So like I say, 36,000, well now minus 4,500, and we will crack on with the manure. As we do, just before we break off into a time-lapse to get it done, I just want to go over a few things. So just to kind of recap for myself, we have our new field of sorghum that is harvested. Brilliant. With that field, we will put in probably something with straw. I'm thinking rye, because I'm almost certain we'll get straw from that. The field here that we have, our soon-to-be big field here, I really don't know what to put in there. I suppose we should have a look at the new crops. I was having a quick check in the last episode to see what we can put in, and I'm just not too certain. So we'll have a look at that. I think like mustard seed, flax seed, something like that would be kind of interesting. But also we can look at what we'll sell when it's ready to harvest, because most times the crop that you're harvesting won't have a good sell price until later on. Right, when you harvest, it makes sense that it wouldn't have a fantastic price to sell at until later on, because everyone's harvesting and everyone's trying to sell. So we'll get this. Oh, hello, don't want to waste any. Right, okay, just to focus on, oh, that is a very immovable tree. I'll let you pass. Sorry about that. Right, we'll get spun round. Eventually, we might even look at these fields in front of us here as something we can purchase, but I think the block nearest the farm would be the ideal start. Right, this might be a bit difficult to see at first. Once we get going, it's all right. You can kind of see where we've been, but it is a bit tricky. So yes, we'll break off into some sort of a time-lapse here, unless it's really difficult to see, because I almost feel like I have to go like this, and this is a terrible angle. It's like original GTA 2, but farming sim, you know. Anyways, we'll crack off with a time-lapse here and see when the manure is all spread. Right, well that seems to be the end of it. I think there's a small area that I'm... Oh yes, I can actually see it from here. Yeah, the camera angle unfortunately did have to be quite wild in the sense of, well, as far away as you can see it is. But it did get done. We did manage... I hope all those lines aren't missed bits, but I suppose we'll find out in a minute. Oh, I reckon it is too. Blimey. Okay, well, let's have a look. Also, the only other issue was that we accidentally took this sign down, but we'll just go and put it over here, no matter. Then we don't have to see it. Right, well, let's have a look at the map and see. Oh, it looks fairly rubbish, but you know what? That's fine. I'm not going to spread anymore. We only have used 4,500 plus about 350, so less than 5,000 litres of manure to spread all that, and that still leaves us with over 30,000 litres, including what the cows are currently producing, so happy days there as well. Now, I reckon the manure would be best served as spreading onto a crop, or onto a field rather, that's been harvested, because with the grass it's a bit difficult to see. I think I will just tuck this here actually as well. Eventually I'll find out where the best places are for all of our equipment to go, but I think next to the manure pit would be appropriate. The next time we'll need this tractor, actually might be for manure, but we'll just tuck it to the side here anyways. Right, so that is fantastic. So yes, I will keep a record of all that we've actually used as far as manure goes. Right, so the next thing we have to do is, well, might have to head to the shop. Actually, first we'll purchase our brand new field. Oh, have we? Oh no, we haven't. Right, I thought we did for a second. But yes, we do have all of these, which we purchased in the first episode of this new map, and we have just finished the harvest for 21. Now we will purchase this for 19,714. Happy days. Let's go look at our brand new field. Happy ducks, very happy indeed. Right, so as you can see, it's very local to our farm, which is brilliant. Not only that, but it is a 100% fertilized field and 98% yield bonus, which means I reckon we'll get loads of silage out of even this very small area. Now in the future, we might combine it with 19 and just have one bigger field, but again, I'm getting ahead of myself, one field at a time. Now, we will head over to the shop, which I believe is going to be down here. Brilliant. So we might as well make our way now, and we'll purchase our new, and the reason I say purchase is because I do intend on using this again in the future. But do I? I've just thought of that. Maybe we should lease it. The only reason I thought I was saying to buy it is because we might do more maize silage in the future. But we also have the loading wagon. So I wonder if we will do more maize silage. You know what? Let's have a look. How much is it to lease? Because if it's very inexpensive to lease it, which it should be... oh, hang on. Get in there. Lease. Blimey. I don't think we'll lease to own. I think we'll lease it to try. Genuinely leasing it to try it, to see how it does work, how it performs, and then we can always buy it in the future, because it is very inexpensive. So I would like to have that colour, because it does look nice, just to see how it looks. Trailer on the back, yes, and we will lease as well that small trailer along with it. So lease that for that price, yes please, fantastic. We'll go to, combinations, and we'll lease this as well. Get it in the dark red. That looks so good. For £153, leased as well. Go over to trailers. I reckon this is going to be the... Well, hang on a minute. No, we've already made that purchase. So yes, we will lease this at the biggest capacity we can. None of that really matters. We don't need any of that without. Yeah, it's fine. If we can do like a nice dark red, then so be it. No, we can't. Can we? That's alright, that. For free, so that's fine. Let's just change it up. Might as well do a bit of a change to it. See how it looks. Perfect. Get that as that. Brilliant. Since we are leasing it, it's not a big deal. As long... I do hope it can connect. I guess we'll find out. So we'll lease it for 107, very inexpensive. And there's all our new leased kit. So we did lease all that for £1,000, which is really quite good, considering we are going to be getting some nice silage. Listen to that. Oh, it sounds brilliant, that does. Right. Now, let's see how it all performs. It does look very small. It is absolutely tiny. This trailer should actually work out really nice on there. Brilliant. Get this, please attach. As long as it attaches. Oh yes. That should be absolutely brilliant. So what we'll probably do is have a trailer. Oh, is that as fast as we can go? 9. So, okay. Oh, am I going the right way? I hope so. Where's the entrance? Oh no. Probably be faster to run to see if it's over here. Ah, it is. Right. I would like to do a time lapse of the drive from here, but not at this speed, I don't think, because we are here. So we'll exit here and go out and around. And actually we can't even take a back road, but blimey, this will take bloody ages. I think we'll save I think we'll save this drive from the shop in time-lapse form for another time, because we do want to crack on with the harvest. And look at that, don't even have to. Just try not to lose momentum. Oh yes, happy days. Right, we look at that. What a nice statue. Oh, and a real-life version of it there. Okay, so we will save the time-lapse from the shop to the farm for another episode, but I reckon I'll probably take this shortcut if I can do, just because it's going to take me bloody ages to get back. So I will eventually get back, hopefully, and we'll see you when we do. Alright, we are approaching our cornfield now, and it has been quite the journey. I have just switched it to 5 times as well, because I've realised now just how quickly we can get all of this done, really. And so I've decided to make that change. Now, let's just get into... So it's not quite in the centre of the harvester, but let's stay in third person. Just, okay, unfold. Ah, so it does move a bit, but that's good. Get it started, and we should be able to just start. That is amazing. Chaff immediately. Now, is this trailer too wide? Is it going to start taking off? No, it should be fine. If it starts oh no. Okay, once we get lined up, it should... Okay, good. I was worried it was going to start destroying crop, but we don't have to be that close to the side. Well, that's very... there we go. I suppose if we don't see it destroy it, then it's fine, but I feel like we are going to be destroying so much crop unnecessarily. That's alright. Yeah, I think first person's good for now for this. But we're getting chaff. We're getting chaff very, very fast, actually. I think this trailer might have been not a bad idea, just a bit small, actually. But so far, so good. I've got you can hear the plane overhead. Don't know if you can quite see it from here. No. But look at that. Oh no. I've already made a mess. Right, so I have made a mistake with the trailer. I definitely should have opted for a much bigger one. But it's working. Is it working? No, it stopped working. What's happened? Why have we stopped working? Oh, right, hang on a minute. What's going on? Oh no. Why has that stopped? Does it think it's full or something? We go without the trailer, what happens? Oh, there we go. It seems to be filling up. Yeah, weird. Very weird. Right, let's Crack on. What? Huh. Why would that happen? Well, I suppose that's fine. I mean, it seems to be working. Here, we're just going to shut that down for now. Let's find the... yeah, sure. Let's use the Z tool. And we'll head to... yeah, okay, let's see what happens. Because what might have to happen is I might have to just return that trailer and go alongside with the truck, actually. Because the trailer's fine and all, but it's filling up much quicker than I should have anticipated. Ooh, hello, careful. I should have anticipated it filling up so quickly. It's only 5,000 litres, 5,100 litres, but still. Yeah, it's not even... I wonder if it just hit a point where it's like, nope, we can't, oh, why am I running? Running so fast? Right, it must have hit a point where perhaps it can't fill up the trailer because it's too close. No, that's mental, that can't be it. But it could be. Right, let's see what happens now. Because we might have to... hello. Oh, it just takes a moment to fire up. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like wasting chaff if we don't have to. Right. Okay, well, let's just let's get this trailer filled somehow and see what happens. If I leave it there and then there we go, that's very strange. As long as it reaches, I guess. What a reach indeed. Right, it is filling up, but I think what the problem is... Actually, I have no idea what the problem is, to be honest with you. I'm just worried about it not working... Okay, let's go instead. I was going to go around that way, but I'd like to go up this way so that I can get the truck in. But if it goes to the side... Right, I'm very confused about how this is working. Ah, but you know what? I should probably go up the other side. Now, we'll go this way and see what happens. I feel like I'm wasting it again. Right, if I put this behind, will it unload? Yes, it will. But is it actually unloading? 4528. See if it's filled up with more. Yes, it is. Right, okay, I think the issue lies in the fact that it's actually too close, which sounds quite silly, and being a leased item, I actually can't switch it to the other side, so maybe I'll have to get a helper on and just follow behind with the truck. Well, in this case, the trailer, I suppose. Here, why don't we try that? Let's see how far it reaches. So this is more faffing about than I was expecting. I knew it was going to be a struggle, but I didn't expect it to be a complete faff. Now, do I have follow me on? Because that might be useful. I don't. That's fine though. Right, okay, I think what I'll do is I'll try... Here, I'll stick that on a helper. See what happens. Crack on right behind. Go on. Oh, it's full now. Oh, joking. As soon as I had it full. Okay, let's head over to the pit. Get out of the way. Head over to the pit, get this unloaded, and we'll see what we need to do next. Quite like this little trailer though, but we just don't need it. Right, I'm going to try and fill up the trailer one more time, and see how it goes. I want to see if we can manage to do it with the tractor and trailer here without damaging the crop, and then I think I will just have to switch over to the truck. It would make more sense. We can fit literally 3 times as much chaff in, and then it would work out really nicely. So I will just try this one more time. Since we have chaff in the trailer, I might as well finish it up with the trailer, see how it goes. So as soon as I set the helper off again here, actually let's line him up nice. I know it's going to be a bit funny this first way, but I think it'll be lined up nicely. Right, and we're off. Alright, well, as you can see, we are actually now finally having no issues with the harvester. I just have to be a bit offset from it, and we can use the ZIL truck with ease. It actually looks quite appropriate. It is filling up rather slowly. I think I'm actually going too fast for it now. Oh no, it's okay, it's done. It's this lap. So this is working, sort of. It's unfortunate that the trailer was something we had to actually lease or whatever, so I will actually go ahead and here, let's just confirm that it's empty. So I did empty it, yes. Okay, so we will go here, go to trailers and return. We barely used it, but whatever, it's fine, and we'll crack on with this harvest. Alright, so a bit of an update here. As you can see, we've got a nice chunk of the field done, but it has been an absolute faff. Yeah, it's very sensitive, I reckon. I'm very pleased that I switched over to the lorry here instead of the trailer, because, yeah, what a mess. The harvester actually is doing a good job. My only qualm is that it's a bit sensitive with unloading, and maybe it's the field. Maybe the field's shape is a bit off for it. It's struggling a bit in that sense, perhaps. But for the most part, I think all is going well. Oh no, it's all gone not well. Oh, there we go. Come on. Well, I will admit straight away, I think it's a good thing that we at least this particular harvester. It is very nice that it is self-propelled, but I think I'd rather have a different kind in the future. But we shall see. We shall see. It's been good for what it is, and well, at this point, at least now we'll have some silage for the cows. So we'll see you when it's all harvested. Alright, here is the final load of chaff. I was going to say silage, but it's not silage just yet. We will have about 50,000 litres, which is really quite nice. Very pleased about that. And yeah, I realised as well, I was looking at the hours on the truck, not the hours on the harvester. So the harvester is still under time, so that's good. We'll get that out of the way. We'll very quickly get this sorted. I think there might be a bit... No, you know what? We'll get this sorted at the beginning of the next episode, because we will have to scoop some back in there and give it a nice once-over as well. So we won't worry about that just yet. We'll get that finished at the very beginning of the next episode before we move on into October. That took a lot longer than I was expecting, especially since I had changed it to ×5. No matter, because in October we'll be harvesting our millet, and we have that field all fertilized, as with this one. So we'll have to get this one fertilized, and the far one fertilized, and then we'll get them all drilled with different crops. Just to confirm, so we will still be able to do barley or wheat, as well as rye and trichale, spelt, everything that we wanted to do. We won't be able to do mustard seeds, but we could still do some flax. So that is very nice. Right, well, we will sign off with this, actually, just before I return it. It has been alright. It's just a bit finicky at times. But overall, I mean, yeah, I think it worked out fine. It's just very slow. It's just very slow. But it did get done. Look at that. It looks fantastic. And we have 2 new fields that I didn't really expect to buy this September, so happy days. Right, that does leave it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy the episode, a cheeky thumbs up really does help, and I do appreciate it very much. So until the next one, please do take care, and bye for now.